Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. Hi everyone, my name is Muhammad Hafizuddin, a trained lawyer and currently director of Rumah Tangsi. So I will be your moderator for today. For your information, this is the fifth and last series of PSPN Professional Technology Webinar Series 2020, brought to you by Professional Services Productivity Nexus, PSPN, Malaysia Productivity Corporation, MPC. Okay, before that, do you know what is PSPN? So, under the Malaysia Productivity Blueprint, MPB, launched in 2017, professional services subsector has been identified as one of the 9 productivity subsectors under the 11th Malaysia Plan, leading to the establishment of the Nexus. So, PSPN covers 6 professional disciplines, namely accountancy, advertising, architecture, engineering, legal, and management consultancy. And then we have the Nexus comprises of the industry leaders, government officials, professional players, academia, and the industry associations. They work closely, promote public-private networking, and support professionals to understand and tackle their productivity challenges on the ground. And they also act as the change agent to drive productivity trajectory of this subsector. All these 6 fraternities has its own focus group leader within the respective fraternities. PSPN is championed by technologist Cho Kok Beng, Chief Executive Officer of Malaysian Service Providers Confederation, MSPC. TS Cho leads the industry professionals, focuses on enhancing productivity of professional services through common interests and digitization goals. All right, now we move on to the session for today. So we'll be touching on the topic of virtual reality and also augmented reality. So what is actually virtual reality and augmented reality? So virtual reality and augmented reality are 2 of the latest interactive visualization technologies currently available in the market. So while the tech will be much popular in entertainment and gaming industry, more serious industries are realizing the potential to be used for professionals to improve productivity, reduce costs, and also to increase the efficiency of the industry itself. So learn how VR and AR are being utilized by firms as part of their digitization transformation efforts beyond marketing gimmicks and also gaming. So today we have Mr. ZAMIR Rashid. Hi, Mr. ZAMIR.
Hello.
So Mr. ZAMIR is the Managing Director of INNOVEAM Sdn Bhd, and he will be delivering his topic on this title, Virtual Reality and Augmented Reality Technologies for Professionals Beyond Gaming and Gimmicks. Okay, before I hand over this presentation to Mr. ZAMIR, a little bit about his background. So Mr. ZAMIR is the founder and managing director of INNOVEAM Sdn Bhd, a 3D data solutions company. So basically, INNOVEAM uses the latest ICT technologies to process, analyze, simulate, and visualize 3D data sets to provide business and operations improvement solutions for various industries. So they are focusing on enterprise. INNOVEAM's experiences in providing 3D data solution within the region firmly place the company as a major player in the industrial revolution 4.0. Meaning they are specializing in engineering design and virtual reality and also augmented reality content development. Mr. ZAMIR himself has more than 16 years of working experience related to this simulation, technical design, consultancy services, and also management. And for his education background, Mr. ZAMIR has an MBA from Manchester Business School and also has MSc in Thermal Power and Fluids Engineering and BNG in Mechanical Engineering from UMIST Manchester. So without further ado, I think I'll hand over this presentation to our learned Mr. ZAMIR. So over to you, Mr. ZAMIR.
Okay, hi, thanks Hafiz. Hi everyone, thank you so much for having me today. I would like to thank the organizers and also the people behind the scenes to allow me to share what my company does, and hopefully from today, from what I have shared, that everyone can benefit and see how they can actually utilize VR and AR technology in their workplace. So I hope everyone can hear my voice. Hafiz, do let me know if I have any, if there's audio problems or anything like that.
Yeah, sure.
To be honest with you, this is my first time, appearing on one of these online sessions. So a bit anxious and a bit nervous, but hopefully I'll do a good job. So shall I start?
Yeah,
Hafiz?
sure.
Okay, so basically, what my company, we are pioneering the use of virtual reality and augmented reality technology in the workplace for industries. Okay, so we are always looking at how we can incorporate the latest visualization technologies beyond normal gaming entertainment and also beyond marketing gimmicks. Okay, so we are trying to see how, and we always try to strive to see how we can implement the technology for optimizing the business processes. So this is basically what my topic will be about. Now, if we look at the roles of professionals, everyone is expected, professionals, they are expected to make decisions. Okay, so you have to make decisions even as simple as who to hire, how to buy things, purchasing requirements and things like that. And also some executives, or most executives, they even have much higher responsibilities that they have to make decisions that can actually make or break the company. Okay. However, the decision making is easier said than done. Sometimes a lot of people, they have insufficient data or maybe overwhelming amount of data. They don't have data insights. They can't collaborate, or they don't have sound inputs, or they don't have the opportunity to talk to their peers. And obviously, the worst thing is that they get blamed if something goes wrong. So how can we use technology to allow professionals to make decisions better? Now, I'm always inspired by Hollywood. Okay, I think they are awesome. They are the creativity that they show in movie making is absolutely fantastic. And one of my best or my favorite characters is Mr. Tony Stark or Iron Man. So let's have a look at how we can learn, or how he makes decisions. So let's look at this computation vision that he has. Okay, his domain at home, in his house, what he can do with data and how he visualizes data. So basically, if we analyze what he uses and the technology that he has, basically first and foremost, he uses awesome visuals. Okay, so the visuals themselves is absolutely stunning. It's interactive. He can choose different points, different data. He can choose. He is highly interactive, and you can see that even the data that he sees is contextualized 2D and 3D data. So you can see how he uses in this sample here how he uses the United States map as a 3D data input and 2D user interfaces like this to show different points of interest. And from here, he uses the data to decide what to do next. Okay, so this is an absolutely fantastic decision-making tool that he has. But let's also not forget Mr. Jarvis. Okay, so Jarvis is in the background talking about what he needs to do, and Tony just asked Jarvis about can you use this data? Can you check that data? Check that information, and then that becomes an absolutely important tool in his analysis. So this is from Hollywood. Obviously, this is not real, right? But how can we make this a reality? What can we actually learn from Tony? So if we analyze his computation vision, what we can see is that data analysis is key. So we can have as many data points as we can. We can extract data from anywhere, have large Excel sheets and things like that. But when we analyze the data to provide insights, that translates to actionable items, things that you can do. And the other thing that we can learn from Tony is that it's an integrated technology. You don't use just visualization. You don't just use artificial intelligence. You use all these technology in totality, together. Okay, so basically, the integration of these technologies make it a very powerful tool for him to make his decisions. And obviously, you know, we're talking about VR and AR technology, so I have to focus on visuals as well. So having a nicely or strategically designed visual allows you to understand and put into context the data much better. Okay, it improves understanding significantly. And also that by talking to Jarvis, he can ask Jarvis, you know, what he thinks about this, what he thinks about that. So collaboration also makes life much simpler as well for the decision maker. Okay, so these are things that we can learn from Tony. So if we take what we've learned from Tony and see how we can apply that to how we do our work, basically, this is what we can do. We can have advanced interactive visualization technology, which are integrated with other digital technologies like artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and so on. And you can use this to digitally transform business processes within companies, okay, and allow professionals to make decisions faster, better, improve productivity and efficiency. And this is what I term digital transformation driven by VR and AR technology. So let's just stop there for a while and try to understand what is actually VR and AR. Okay, so VR AR, like Hafiz mentioned just now, the moderator just now mentioned that it's one of the latest interactive visualization technologies available in the market. So if you look at VR, it allows users to be fully immersed inside a virtual simulated environment. So this virtual simulated environment, you can interact with, you can see data in there, you can do many things in there, all simulated, okay? Whereas augmented reality overlays digital elements onto the real world. So you can see the real world. On top of that, you can see data being shown, okay? So these are the two different types of technologies that I'm talking about. And here's just a sample. Let's see if this video works. I hope it does, okay? So this is, I just took this off YouTube. It's one of the most popular VR games available in the market. And I have, personally, this is one of my favorite games. I play this many times. And, you know, it's very fun to play and highly interactive, okay? And you can see the stunning visuals that they have in this game. So you can see I have a link down here. So when you get the PDF format of this presentation slide, you can try to have a look as well. Okay. So this is VR being used for gaming. Now let's look at one of the, I think during the previous lockdown, this is one of the most popular things coming from Google. So basically you can use augmented reality to see animals in your own home. Okay? You can place these animals on your table, in your living room, okay? So these are a fun, you know, applications that Google has made to just for people to have fun at home. So this is effectively a gimmick, okay? You can't really get anything from here apart from just having fun looking at animals and things like that. So those two examples are examples of this technology being used for gaming as well as a gimmick, okay? Now, how can professionals use VR and AR technology beyond just gaming and beyond all these gimmicks, okay? And the key to that is actually what data that is currently being visualized in the VR or in the AR environment. Okay, that makes all the difference. So these are some samples of VR applications and AR applications that I took from YouTube. I'm not going to say this is mine. This is the YouTube link here. So I'll just play this video and you can see how people can visualize data in a virtual environment collaboratively with their peers. Okay, so this is a company called Virtuality, and they provide and they develop data visualization in VR. Okay, so you can see there's also someone else over there. So they're collaborating and they're visualizing the same 3D data set together in the virtual world. Okay, so that's just one sample of a VR application. Let's look at one being available at the National Museum, the Museum of Natural History in America. So you can see here there's this the Tyrannosaurus Rex bones, okay, and you can use augmented reality to show and to display more information on what is being shown physically there. Okay, so you can see the crocodiles, some information on that. So this is how augmented reality is currently being used in museums to improve the user experience. Okay, and they can also take user data, how many people are using that application, how many people are viewing that, and things like that. So not only they use augmented reality to visualize and to improve the engagement with their visitors, they're also tracking the usage and getting information from the user themselves. Okay, and this is myself. Basically, we use VR a lot in our work. Obviously, we are a VR company, and we use it to visualize, you know, engineering data, engineering design, our simulations, and things like that. And we use it together with our clients to improve the way they do their work. Okay, so now I'm on the platform, on this oil platform. Okay, and I can move around and I can see things as if I am there. Okay. By the way, I don't know if I'm moving too fast. Hafiz, am I okay? Am I talking too fast?
Yeah, okay. Kali proceed.
Okay, that's good. If I do go too fast, do let me know. Okay, so I tend to do that. I apologize.
Sure, Zamir, sure. Carry on.
Okay, so this is myself walking along in an oil platform. Okay. Another application that we developed, my company, we developed an advertising application for magazines. So this is one of the magazines in Indonesia, the Property and Bank magazine. Maybe some of you from, if there are some people from Indonesia, you can see this. You've seen this. So we bring your advertising to life. Okay, so it's not only a 2D page, but we can also bring that to life, and it's interactive as well. So you can move around, you can see a bit more detail on the design of the building. Okay, and you can change colors. You can make it highly interactive, and it enhances the customer experience when they want to see, or when they see the advertisements. Okay, and not only that, we can track. Again, we can use the application to track data. How many people are visiting that particular advert? How many people are watching this video? And if they register for it, we can know how much is their income, the demographics, and other information like that. So this is one of the applications that we have developed for the Indonesian market. This is another application for architecture. I know there's a lot of architects in here. So let's just see how this company called Iris, with their product Prospect, they have developed this VR application where you can be at multiple places but meet each other in the same virtual environments and view architectural designs. Okay, again, the YouTube address is down here, so you can try and have a look. So this is them trying to meet up and see a virtual model of a museum that they are designing. Okay, so everyone wears their headset, and now they can see each other in the virtual world. So this is the design of the stadium. They can check, the sunlight, the directions of the sun, and visualize things together. And they can also, through the VR application, talk directly. Okay, so this is absolutely a fantastic technology that is available for us to do collaboration. Okay, so you can do markups, and everyone can see their comments in the virtual world. Okay, so basically, when we look at Tony, right, how he sees the data, that is the key. How he sees it. Obviously, what data he's trying to see is important as well. But because the visuals can tell the story, it can inform him very easily, that becomes the enabler for digital transformation. Okay, with VR and AR technology, we can develop customized content. Okay, so this can be any content that we can customize for our clients. The function of the applications, what you can do with the applications, are also easily designed. Okay, so you can use VR applications to simulate the position of furniture. You can use it to simulate flow in an oil and gas vessel and things like that. So the purpose and the functional design of the VR application or AR application can be customized as well. And obviously, as you can see, the VR and AR applications with the samples that I've shown is highly interactive and fun to use, is really engaging, so it's never boring. And we can even put realistic visuals in there to make it more more lifelike. Okay, and we can visualize both 2D and 3D data. And most importantly, we can use it for virtual collaboration. So we can share we can share the 3D data with people from different geographical locations. Okay, so these are key benefits of using virtual reality and augmented reality technology for digital transformation. Now, I keep talking about digital transformation, and for me, this is a really important part of what INNOVEAM do. Okay, so let's analyze the traditional decision-making path. So you have some data, you collect it from surveys or some from talking to people or from previous experiences. Okay, so these data, you collect them, you store them in written form or in books or in files, in folders. Okay, and then you try to analyze them using calculators or maybe Excel sheets. And then you try to visualize and plan what to do next and then act. Okay, so this traditional decision-making path is normal. Everyone does it. Okay. Now, with digital transformation, we try to bring this, make it this much faster using digital technology. So, for example, when you collect the data, we can use, which is one of the in technologies right now, IoT sensors to extract data from actual operational environments. Okay, so you can have loads and loads of IoT sensors. And then from there, you can also do manual data capture that you put in Excel, or you can even have unstructured data from social media. So this is one of the typical data sources, data mining sources that people use in analysis. for industry. And then we store these on your data storage servers on the cloud so that it can be accessed anywhere. And then we can analyze this information. Now, previously, if we analyze this using hand calculations or just using discussions, normal discussions, there's a limit to what we can do. But with simulation technology, with artificial intelligence, machine learning, and with cloud computing, allowing you to have high performance computers at any time, these allow you to do much more detailed analysis to provide you with insights and information on the decision that you need to do. And then from there, obviously, we visualize and plan. So this is where you use virtual reality or augmented reality technology, as well as virtual collaboration to discuss and use the data so that you can have better understanding of what needs to be done. And obviously, finally, we act. Okay, so you make the decision, you execute your plan, and this is where you can use robotics if you're in manufacturing. You can use drone to deliver things and things like that. So if we look at digital transformation, I mean, I try to simplify it as much as I can. Basically, by integrating different types of technology, we can allow businesses and for companies to implement digital transformation, okay? And with virtual reality, augmented reality technology leading the way, together with meaningful data, this is where professionals can really use virtual reality and augmented reality technology to make decisions that can benefit the business as a whole. Well, basically everyone can be like Tony Stark. That is, you know, basically how I see VR and AR technology. They drive the digital transformation, and this is what we see to help us in our business operations. Okay. Now, I think that's more or less what I like to share. I'm taking the next few slides to introduce what my company does. Basically, Hafiz just now mentioned what we are, who we are, INNOVEAM, and we are a 3D data solutions company with a lot of, you know, words and technical jargons here. But basically, what we do is we develop custom interactive 3D digital content for industry. Okay, so that's basically what we do. Our clients include, if you're from the oil and gas industry, you may well know Petronas, our national oil company, Shell, ExxonMobil, those are our clients. We also develop applications for Celcom, for TNB through ILSAS. Air Asia is our client. And also we have a lot of clients in Indonesia as well. So in Indonesia, we're quite strong in the tourism industry. So we develop interactive applications that can be used for customer engagement when visitors come to, you know, theme parks, to museums and things like that. And because 3D simulation can be utilized for all industries, so basically we are also a multi-industry company. So we can do it for tourism, for education, for the marine or petrochemicals industry, oil and gas, even agriculture as well. Okay. These are some of the things that we've done before. Virtual reality systems, we're very familiar with head-mounted displays. We're very familiar with cave systems. So these are our clients. You can see here, this guy is experiencing deep sea fishing. Okay, so we developed a VR application for deep sea fishing, trying to share how the fishermen, how they capture fish at sea, basically. Okay. So this is just a fun application for an exhibition. We also develop custom holographic displays. Custom holographic displays. So this is like what you see in Avengers. Okay, so we custom develop applications like this, and we develop the hardware as well. We just play that again. So this is in Indonesia, okay, where we developed this for one of the museums over there. So this is, you know, quite cool as well. Very proud of what my guys have built. This is, you know, an interactive table to view the human body for one museum in Indonesia as well. Okay, so that's myself with my team in Jakarta. Okay. I'm a Manchester United fan. If any one of you follows football, you can see from the shirt that I'm wearing. Okay, and this is also one application that we developed for our client. Okay, so it's just an interactive projection system for one of the museums in Indonesia as well. Okay. But we also, as a content development company, we try to experiment with other technologies as well. So this is, oh sorry, we try to experiment with other technologies. So you can see my face being digitally scanned, and so that I can be an avatar. You know, and then I can control my avatar digitally as well. So that is one of the things that we were trying to experiment with. This is using facial recognition technology. So we develop content that can be controlled by human interface as well. Okay, so these are some of the technologies that we experiment with. So yeah, I think that's all, Hafiz, that I have prepared to be shared today. You know, so if there's any questions, please do let me know.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Zamir, for your wonderful presentation. So I believe the audience have enjoyed and gained more knowledge, especially on the area of augmented reality and also virtual reality. So now I would like to go to the questions maybe. So I think there are many questions to be asked with regards to this topic. So I think, do we have any questions from the audience? Okay, maybe I can have my own question first, pending the questions from the audience. So, okay, I've seen a lot in terms of your involvement in the Indonesian market. So, how do you see the development of VR and AR in Malaysia as compared to Indonesia?
Well, for us as a company, in Malaysia, we focus more on engineering design applications or more on industrial use applications. So in Malaysia, for example, our clients mainly will be Petronas, Celcom. So we develop, you know, much more technical applications being used over here. Whereas in Indonesia, because the market is so big, you know, they have, I don't know what, 300 million people. So over there, the tourism industry is much more much bigger than what we have here. So the driver for using digital technologies, digital interactive technologies in Indonesia is the tourism industry. Now, I know that I shared a lot from the tourism market, some samples that in my slides. Unfortunately, some of the data that I have developed for my clients in Malaysia can't really be shown due to the sensitivity of the data and also due to non-disclosure agreements I have. So I can't really share, but I can tell you that the usage of VR and AR is really booming. Okay, especially for industrial applications, it's really going well, growing as well. So I can say that for industrial usage, we are quite, at least in Malaysia, for Malaysian context, we are quite advanced. A lot of our businesses are already using VR, AR in one way or another. Okay, so they are aware of the technology, they are aware on how it can maybe utilize for them. But maybe when we come in, we will tell them, look, when you invest in all these digital technologies, try to see how we can recoup the investment by adding value, by improving their efficiency, and so on.
Okay, good. Okay, maybe I'll take the first question from the audience. It comes from Muhammad Nur Azam bin Abdul Jalil. So the question is there any market in higher education for AR and VR in Malaysia and Indonesia or any other country?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Azam. He's my friend. Thank you for your support. Well, basically the market for higher education, that is a very strong industry, a strong potential industry to use VR and AR applications, you know, because we can simulate many things. So the usage of these visualization technologies is natural for these for education. In fact, we have also developed ourselves, augmented reality based textbooks being used for our Ministry of Education for the Polytechnic, Jabatan Polytechnic in Malaysia. So they are already using augmented reality technology, and they're also quite advanced. You know, they have VR, they have AR technology being used. So I'm quite well, when I first started the project with them, I was quite surprised, nicely surprised that they are already aware of those technology. And I'm glad to see that as well. I'm very proud of what our Ministry of Education, the awareness levels at our ministry. So yes, this is a really interesting subject, interesting industry, and I'm very happy to be playing there, to be part of the industry, and hopefully we can grow more, to improve the education market. Not just in Malaysia, but for Southeast Asia as well.
Okay, it's good to hear that our government, do aware on the importance of applying AR and VR in various sectors, and also in terms of their internal application as well. So, but how can you spread the awareness to the public? You know.
Well, I think the when people they hear about VR and AR applications, or VR and AR basically technology, they will most probably think about games. Pokemon Go. Everyone I think was playing Pokemon Go a while ago. It grew strongly. It also died fast as well, unfortunately. But when everyone has, in a way, everyone is already aware of technology. The thing is that when they see when they hear this technology, they associate it with entertainment, with gaming, with just gimmicks. I see a lot of, if I go to those events where they have booths, where companies exhibit their products, trade shows, you can see a lot of VR applications being shown, but those are mainly games.
Yep.
Whereas INNOVEAM, we pioneer the use of VR, AR technology for enterprise. So we see that it is an absolutely fantastic technology, and it can be applied, if it's applied strategically and designed well, it can really benefit the company's bottom line and improve decision making, like what I mentioned here in my slides. Yep. So I think that is the key. VR and AR is not just for gaming, it's not just for marketing gimmicks. Okay? It is a very powerful tool when we go for digital transformation, when we talk about digitalization, IR 4.0. These things need to be, the market, the public need to know that it's not just for gaming and entertainment.
Okay. So, but I think the biggest question for public as to the usage and also the application of VR and AR is the price issue. So, are we talking about a cost-effective solution, or is it expensive, or So what would be the right communication to the public to convince them that this is like the right solution for them?
When we talk about VR investments or augmented reality is not that expensive. You can use augmented reality with a smartphone. Okay, so with your own smartphone, I think at least 60% of people have smartphones, I guess. I don't know. I'm just quoting the number. So augmented reality is very cheap. Okay, so you can use that easily. But for VR, yes, there needs to be some sort of investment, especially when we look at for enterprise usage, for industrial usage, the data sets can be quite large. We can handle gigabytes of data that they are using. So we need to invest in, or businesses need to invest in hardware, serious hardware as well. So that's why we are not targeting the mass market. The mass market, they can play, they can invest in their own games, they can invest in having a virtual reality system at home. But what I'm targeting is that for businesses, the investment of $1,000-$2,000 is not that much, but you can generate a lot of value from there. So if professionals can be aware of the potential of those of using the technology, then they can immediately see how they can recoup the investment quite fast.
Okay, our current question will reflect on the next question that I will quote to you, which comes from Mr. Timothy Lim Teng Hoi, sorry. So he mentioned, what will you say is the amount of investment needed to come up with the AR and VR version of pamphlet showcasing properties for a developer?
Well, basically the process would be obviously for developers, they have the 3D models already, so we need to convert that into a virtual model and put it in the augmented reality application. I don't know, maybe if it's one-off, between 15,000 ringgit, 10,000, 15,000 ringgit per advert, which if you start adding like data analytics, if you start adding cloud, you want to gather more data from the user, so the investment amount goes up. But those things, you can design it in such a way that it can become an extremely powerful tool for the advertising company, for the company who advertise, because then the application, you invest once, but you can change the content quite fast. You for every advert, different advertisements or different developments, you can have different models in there, so you can recoup the investment for the base application very, very quickly. So it's not that expensive if you just want to do augmented reality for pamphlets and things like that. Thank you, Timothy, for that question.
So meaning it depends on the overall development of the product itself. So if So okay,
can I just add a bit more? Like I mentioned just now, if it becomes like a gimmick, when you use augmented reality, you visualize that your development, but that's it. And you don't get value from it. People just see it once and okay, wow, that's fun, that's nice, and that's it. But when we transform the business process of advertising, for example, so we put in data analytics capabilities, we put in how the augmented reality application can extract data from the user when they register for it, get demographic information, you can see how many people are looking at that advertisement at one time, and then you can see also other data that you get from the user, for example, their income levels, and we can see that from all your advertisements, one advert generates a lot of interest. A lot of people are keep looking at that advert. So you know that you don't need to spend much advertising anymore on that particular development. You can focus on others. So this is where we use augmented reality technology beyond just gimmicks. Okay, we try to use it to enhance the company's, the value that they get from augmented reality technology.
Again, it depends on their awareness on the effectiveness of the product itself. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the next question from Mr. Shimi Ashraf. So he says, hello, since this technology is relatively new in Malaysia, so may I ask, how do you convince an organization and industries in applying and implementing this technology?
We have, okay, I have, when you say it's new, it's actually, we've been here since 2013.
Yeah.
So we've been promoting VR, using VR and augmented reality technology for a while now. But I think I can totally see where the question the question is going. It is tough. It is tough to convince people. And I think the best way to convince companies is for them to actually try it themselves first. So maybe I take this opportunity to inform the audience that INNOVEAM, we have our own INNOVEAM Digital Experience Center that we are currently developing. It's not ready yet, but it's an INNOVEAM Digital Experience Center in our office where we intend to invite people from industry or public who are interested in technology to come and experience the technology beforehand. You know, you can see what we've done, see how the extent that we can use it for, and from there hopefully they can pique their interest and also improve their imagination on how the technology can be used for them. But it has been tough. It's not easy convincing people without them experiencing that. So that's why I think we have invested ourselves in the Digital Experience Center. So I think that will be the best way to convince companies to invest.
Okay, since for them to experience such exposure, so where actually can they go to learn more about AR and VR? Any conference or any platform that it can join?
Right now, I think there's a VR and AR group on Facebook for Malaysians. So there's enthusiasts and things like that on Facebook. You can contact us obviously if you're interested in VR and AR technology. But to be honest with you, there's already a lot of information online to share. For you to improve your understanding. And see how this can be utilized. If you're a consumer that you want to start using VR at home to play games, to experience new content, then you can easily go on Facebook and try to get the VR systems available. If you're a company, you can always contact us. We're very happy to be in touch, and talk about how we can help you or understand what you intend to do. And if we have, I'm not sure if we have international participants or international viewers tonight. We can, like what we're doing now. We can have Zoom meetings. We can talk to any potential interested companies on how we can help them to do so.
Okay, cool. So the next question, can BIM models from Revit or SketchUp be transformed to VR or AR experience for customer?
Yes, straight answer, yes, we can. There are applications already available. I showed one sample just now. There are a lot of tools available to allow you to collaborate, to allow you to view designs in the VR environments. Okay, so if you get a sample, or sorry, you get a PDF copy of my presentation, you can see them there. I mean, for me, if you can even do your own research on the different solutions available, please do so. There are many softwares, many applications available allowing you to view all these information on a virtual environment.
I would like to touch again with your experience with the Indonesian markets.
Okay.
So you mentioned that just now that you managed to penetrate into Indonesian market. So maybe you can share to the viewers your experience in breaking through cross-border business for AR and VR. You know, especially being a Malaysian,
Okay.
coming to their country. You know.
I think it's quite a sad story. We started to, we were forced. Our hands were forced as a company. We were forced to go to Indonesia. We weren't really forced like someone putting a gun to my head, but basically we were prior to 2015. My company, we were focusing. I can say 100% of our business comes from the oil and gas industry. So when the oil price crashed significantly in 2015, our company was really seriously affected. And because we do all these 3D stuff, that was the first thing to go. You know, our sales dropped by 70%. So we had a discussion among our shareholders, among our directors, and we decided, look, let's just try to diversify. Where can we do something that is meaningful, but with a lot more market share. And then that's when we decided to go to Indonesia. And we were lucky enough to have one of our staff at that time. He was an Indonesian, so he became my partner in Indonesia. And then everything else is history. So that's how I started. So I think we were forced to do something to diversify and to save ourselves from the oil and gas crash. It was not an easy decision, but it was a necessary decision for us to go to Indonesia. So now we are quite established. It's been, 4 years, 5 years since we started in Indonesia. And we have a lot of major theme parks, major museums that are our clients.
Okay. Maybe I would like to touch a bit on our local domestic tourism industry.
Okay.
Because that is something that is also related to myself as a asset manager for Rumah Tangsi, because Rumah Tangsi itself is like a tourism hub and also a community space. Yep. So as we all know, everyone's like badly affected due to COVID-19. Yeah. And especially for tourism industry itself, so a lot of people losing jobs. We are our hands are tied, to do the normal work that we used to do. So yeah, is there any way that VR or AR can become like the new normal of our local domestic tourism as a way to move forward?
Yeah,
I mean, I think it has a start.
I think it's a natural progression. You need to start using this technology. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't like to see people investing in VR and AR just for the sake of it. Just for it becomes a gimmick. So you're spending a certain amount of money for VR and AR technology, but then you just play around and that's it. So yes, you can have fun. Your visitors to Rumah Tangsi, they can have fun playing VR, obviously. But I'm always in the position where you invest money to generate more value for the business. So how can we use all these? How can we transform Rumah Tangsi digitally?
Okay. Yeah.
How can we use all this digital technology to collect data from your visitors? You can get their feedback. You can get and all this data, it can easily be stored on the cloud. You can easily do some data analytics, some AI, artificial intelligence to see trending, and then make decisions. So you can use all this VR and AR technology to engage with your customers, but use it also as a tool for data collection. Use it as a tool, to disseminate information as well. So I think the point I'm trying to make is that absolutely needed is a technology like this for the tourism industry in Malaysia, because it's a new normal. When you do investment in improving your museums or improving your theme parks, you need data to make your decisions much easier. So using VR and AR technology, like I said, is a visualization-led VR and AR-driven digital transformation. So that is the key. And I think that if we can strategize, we can really see the SWOT analysis. We can do SWOT analysis for that particular company or that particular location. We can see how we can improve and strategize so that we can do marketing. We can get more people in, and from there we can justify your investments, justify all the decisions that you need to make. So that is absolutely important right now, especially during the post COVID-19.
Okay. Is our government is very supportive on the development of AR and VR Malaysia in terms of providing grants or any incentive towards this initiative?
That's right.
Because I will reflect on the questions made by an Azam, because he mentioned that business-wise in Indonesia, regulation is more relaxed than Malaysia. So yeah.
No. The simple answer is no. So yeah, but that is a totally different long story that I can go. Yeah, so let's just stop at no. So, yeah.
Okay, but is there any available grants or incentive that our government provides for the public?
I think well, there are plenty. There are plenty. Our government is very supportive. When we talk about digital transformation, there's a lot of grants from Penjana as well that can be used for this purpose. My worry is that the digital transformation strategy is not done well. That's all I'm worried about, because I think when we use all these technologies, when we talk about cloud, INNOVEAM ourselves, we have invested in cloud to have our own cloud as well. We are ready for 5G. So when you have 5G technology, I don't know, maybe next year, 2 years down the road, we can use 5G to stream VR, AR applications from our cloud. So INNOVEAM ourselves, we are investing in our own cloud. Okay, so I think the key here is that you need to strategically really identify how, as a business, you can benefit from that digital technology, and don't just, because there's a grant, I want to do it. Yeah. if you are driven by grants, then, well, unfortunately, I don't think that's the right way to go. But you should be driven, companies should be driven by the need for improving their businesses using digital technology. And when that comes in, you can strategize well, and from there, use the grants to develop proper strategies for digital transformation.
Okay. So I think I will take the next question from Sakirin Mohammed. So said, hi, how about the manpower have been used to deliver for one project of AR and VR, and estimate time to complete a simple project?
Well, simple project, it can be done in 2 hours, I think.
Oh. What type of project is that?
Just viewing a 3D model coming out from a marker. So that's very simple. Okay. It depends on, when you want to develop all these applications. So you've got the functional requirements of the application itself. So you need to have an architect. Okay, so sorry, a system architect to design the VR or AR application. So that's one thing, so you need to design it well. You need to know this is the requirements. Do I need to link it to my SAP data? Do I need to link it to my cloud or things like that? So that you need to have a VR and AR system architect to design everything for you. And then you need to have the programmers, the game programmers. Okay, so basically, if you are a game programmer, you use like Unreal Engine, Unity 3D, Blender, or things like that. So you can use those software to develop the VR applications. That's where the programmers are needed. But then you also have to have 3D models, 3D modelers. So these 3D models will custom design or custom build the 3D models of your data or your asset of Rumah Tangsi, for example, or for any other application. And then from there, you optimize the 3D model, you put you design it well, put the textures in and things like that. And then you need to have the user interface, the UIs, the UI design, the user experience design. So UI UX comes in, you need to program that as well. And then you compile everything together, make sure that there's no bugs. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done. But that's the thing. The range can be as 2 hours or it can be months. I've done work, I've done custom applications that's taking years to develop because we tweak it there, we improve this, we change this and things like that.
Okay.
So I hope I answered that question.
Hopefully answer Sakir Muhammad's concern, especially on getting a simple project done. Okay, maybe I'll take another 1 or 2 questions. So do you think like AR or VR will become like a trend of a new job prospect in the future?
It's already a job prospect now. We don't have enough VR or AR designers. You don't have enough game programmers. If you are trying to decide your future as well, there's people in the audience who at university or pre-university, this is absolutely a fantastic opportunity for everyone to be in. It's a growing industry. I think for industrial applications, there's only a few companies who I know who does this, and my competitors. But internationally as well, there's always a shortage of game programmers. So if you still unsure of what you want to do and you have some passion for gaming, you have some passion for 3D models, 3D artists, 3D art. So maybe it's something that you can consider as well.
Okay, my final question will be, what is your real aspiration for Malaysia in the AR and VR development? So will it become something like a level of Avatar or something?
Have you seen the movie Ready Player One?
Ready Player One, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I watched that many times, man. Seriously. Well, anyway, I think let's just be realistic. Our country, we have been lagging behind for the previous, I don't know how many industry revolutions there are. IR 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, we're always lagging behind. But now digital technology, now we are looking at the digital economy here. So we can really have a jump in our level of advancements with using digital technology. Okay, so I think if more companies can be transformed digitally, improve their business processes, improve their profitability, improve their bottom line using this VR and AR technology, I think that is already an awesome position to be in as a country. And we create from that savings. Don't just allow business owners to buy a new Ferrari. Invest in new technology. Invest in trying to further develop more things. So we need to use this IR 4.0 to jump that gap what we have been lagging all this while, and really transform businesses digitally and reap benefits from there. And hopefully we can then create more jobs, more opportunities for fellow Malaysians.
Okay, I think thank you, Mr. ZAMIR, for the wonderful sharing session. So, and then to all the participants, don't forget to fill in the polls after the Q&A session. And we'll be emailing the slides to you in email in 1 week time. So till we meet again, stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you, guys. Bye.